Yeah, it's on.
In fact, let us post a video.
Post.
What? You are doing the most. What a pencil. Shut up. In fact, if anyone comments about you at Wizard, I'll delete that comment.
It's okay. I know your ways.
I am so excited. Where is my phone?
You gonna pin? You gonna safety pin?
Wachana boobs zangu.
No, let me show you. Look here. Look here. Now.
I love it.
Up to here.
Yes.
I'm embarrassed.
Have you seen Lupita?
I have seen her. And
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel with my friend here and
your titties.
our ghost friend. She belongs to the streets. She has admittedly said that. Yeah, but we are here to discuss serious things. I'm not sure she will come, but we will accept her. We have accepted you for how many years now?
For
I don't know,
11 years now.
Yeah, 11?
No.
What?
Actually, 9. Si to discuss alafu wewe uchukue points when you shoot.
Let's have
I actually had a discussion with two of my friends and
one of my friends and
one of my friends and our grandmother's ghost.
Like that was sorted. As you have said, you belong to the street.
You're making it sound worse now.
What happened? It's because you had identity crisis.
No, it was a phase in my life where I was trying to find my purpose.
And you found your purpose in
I
the
found my
streets.
purpose in the streets.
Yeah, I knew this. So we are here to discuss serious things. As I said, that my friend here may not cope with, but we must accept her the way she is. Yeah, our ghost friend. You can say your names, ladies. Oh,
Is my name.
okay. Yes, and you, my friend.
My name is Mary Messi Madingo.
Yes. And me, you know me.
No, we don't.
Grace Kianira Itumbiri, the owner of Musings Forum. Now, serious things now. We're going to discuss very serious things.
Yes.
Can each one of you say one thing you love about me?
That is coerced. Say one thing. One thing. We
Yeah,
start with
or I'll
that.
edit you out of the short.
I think for me it's the confidence and the go-getter spirit. You go for what you want. Yeah.
Thank you, my friend.
For me, it's how you're always willing to ask for help when you're going through crisis, which is like 90% of the time. Anyway,
Okay.
but
Take 2. I mean, it was a good point until you spoiled it.
but I think I like your determination and persistence.
Yes. Yep. So, as I said, we are discussing serious things.
What one thing do you like about each of us?
Hey, but I'm the interviewer. I get to decide.
I know.
Also, guys, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at a note.
You're shooting.
Shooting.
Yeah.
Right now you're
She's
shooting.
recording, yeah.
Oh,
She's
like
been
you're
recording.
Yeah, I am. All these things you've said here, Ati, welcome to you and my titties.
Even
They're
the
there.
titties.
No, I'm the interviewer, so I can't say. Okay. Of course, you're
Okay,
my
whatever.
friends, and I love everything about you. Actually, I never told you a ghost. You are wholesome.
Oh.
Like you're dependable. You are. It's true. You're dependable. You are resourceful. Yeah. Regardless of what someone is seeking, they can find in you.
Oh.
or rather maybe me, not everyone. Just cut for me. For Mary, she's okay. You're also beautiful, but Mary, she's just out. She has a cool, gentle spirit that I aspire to have, but I think the gods conspired that I can't. I can't be gentle, but I'm gentle at heart. Like if you explore, you will find that I'm gentle. But for Mary, she's just gentle. And I wanna say she's a good girl. I don't know what that entails, but she's just a good girl. Yeah.
You have through me.
Yeah.
If it were not for me, you would have never met this gentility.
It's true. So I thought I bring this what? So I thought I bring these as they have introduced themselves. Wonderful ladies to speak about things that again we just muse about stuff. So another bonus question: how do you invest in female friendships?
I think for friendships, mostly, I think it's communication. Without communication, there's no friendship. I think communication is what holds people together. Like you meet someone today and exchange numbers, and if you don't make use of that number, that will be the end of that meeting. But if you make use of that and talk to that person more oftenly, definitely you cultivate friendships through that. Yeah,
and I think also it's true communications, but also I would want especially speaking out when you have an issue that needs help. Yeah, so that I think it's a responsibility of each of the party so that you don't expect people to know. And then now if they don't know, then you're like, you have toxic friends, and then you start cutting them. I think there's a responsibility of you also saying when you have an issue and you need help, and when maybe you needed your friends to be there for you. It's good to communicate, right?
Yes. For me, I think when it comes to friendship, whatever I invest in different friendships is different. But my main guiding factor is usually value. Like, what value do I add to my friend? What value does my friend add to me? To some friends, I will invest time. To others, I will invest, my physical presence. To others, communication. To others, my resources. So I think for me, it depends on different friendships and what I feel will add value to both of us. Yes.
What do you invest in?
For you, it's actually everything. My energy, my money,
wow,
my time, my space, literally everything.
Okay,
my
moving on. Moving on swiftly. I have 3 categories of things that I want us to talk about, and I wanted your opinions. As ladies that I adore, I actually do. I do. Yeah.
very good.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Now, the issue of equality in the society between men and women. How would you define equality? And you can peg that with, do you think equality is even the thing that we should be chasing, number 1? And number 2, do you think it's achievable? What do you say, Mary?
Equality. Is it achievable?
First, what do you think equality is in terms of opportunities?
Well, from the word equality, equal, I think it means affording equal opportunities, maybe rights, equal, that are equal for both men and women. Yeah. And if I think
you said equal opportunities.
Yeah.
Do you think it's achievable now, the way there is a lot of talk, especially women feeling that they are not equal? Or do you even think we should be talking about equality or equity?
I think equity would be the talk we should be having now, because I don't know if men and women will ever be like equal, because we are enabled differently, like in terms of how God created us first. Physically, there are things as a woman I am limited, especially if they need me to use muscles and lots of energy, that a man will not have issues lifting
Some
or
men are weak.
pushing. Yeah, the average man will not have issues doing them, because God created them with that capacity to be able to heavy machines.
Okay, that would mean a lot of things.
I know.
That's
But
why
we will be focused.
the man will check. Focus more on equity. Equity, I think, for men and women, as long as you have the rights that you should have as a woman and as a man, then it shouldn't be a fight with men about equality. Yeah, it should just everyone know their lane and follow that
that's
lane.
important. Like
Yeah.
it's not
A competition.
it's not competition, and you're not trying to sort of
Let's
as in when
do
you
each other.
when you see like the role that when each one knows the role and sort of what's cut for you, then you won't want to do everything, because no one can do everything. I think even for men, the things they can't do, as much as you're saying, you would say they are favored, the society, there are things they can't do even if they wanted to do. So I think, rightfully so, it's equity. So that I think for me, I see equity as everyone is doing 100% of their ability, and there's opportunities accorded to them to be able to do that, so that you don't feel curtailed, that you have not sort of done what you would have wanted to do because of unfairness. Such word.
I think I totally agree with the two of you. When it comes to equality, what comes to my mind is this whole thing of an equation. I mean, 2 is equal to 2, 1 is equal to 1, Y is equal to Y, V is equal to V, which means man is equal to woman. That's how I interpret the whole thing of equality.
Man is equal to woman?
Man is equal to woman if we look at it in terms of equality.
I get it.
Where what man wants is what the woman also wants and is running after. And so I think
in terms of we are all human beings.
Yeah. And I think but it's a fact that men are different and women are different, and there is no one time when men will be like women. I mean, it's like parallel lines. We'll never meet at any one point because you all have our different parts as women and as men. And so, like Marian, you said, what we should be fighting for and chasing after is equity, where we are pushing for fairness, impartiality. You know, it's not about equal. No, for me, it's equity.
I think I love the parallel analogy. You know, like parallel lines, none of them is less than the other, and they're all in equal rights lines, and they are doing the things that they're supposed to do, so that now no one is coming to the other one. I think that's a very good knowledge to take from the other. So everyone is sort of whole as them.
Sure.
Ooh. Nice. So looking at the society now, we can say people wanna struggle.
You wanna struggle.
They're gonna struggle na hii equality, yeah? Like, what I would answer is the fact that we're even looking for equality to be achieved. I think it's a pipe dream. It might never happen because that's not what should be chased. Clearly, after what we have talked about, it's about equity. It's about I mean, the roles and being fit in that and doing that and running with that without thinking I should have what you have as men or as women. I should have what you have, so that then if that is achieved, then there's no issue of asking if equality will be achieved or not. The other thing I think is, and mostly by women, I have to be corrected, but I think we even miss the point sometimes.
Yeah. Most of the times, actually.
Yeah. You forget focusing on on your role and what you're supposed to do. You start looking at the other parallel line, and you're just thinking, oh, it has more water, they have more resources, there's more, and I should go there and take it, without seeing the things that you have been given. You're not even maybe doing them.
There's a rule that says human beings have a tendency to leave the 80% that they have for the 20% that they don't have. Yeah, because I think for both men and women, most of us have not exploited fully the capacity that we are able to exploit fully. Yet we are running after what the other gender is doing, how much we can be better than them when we are not even perfect in what we can do in our own capacity. Yeah.
Wow.
And I think like Mary said, there is the masculinity power and there is a feminine power that we really need to exploit. And you realize that the moment you exploit that power that you have within you as a female, you're whole, you're complete, you have it all together. You don't have to feel like, men have more of this, men have more of this. As a woman, you are complete. As a woman, the female in you is complete.
Yeah, you don't have to take from the man.
Sure, you don't. You don't.
It's so true. But also, even as we are saying that, I think it's good to underline that we are not saying that we have reached there, or we are not saying that the issue of equality has not been achieved because women or men are not doing what they're supposed to do. There's still a lot that society needs to do. There are a lot of inconsistencies, I would say, and if we could even discuss that, I think I know that I've experienced it in the workplace, especially. What my equal peer is being paid doing the same job is way more than me, and we are doing the same work, or they are taken more serious than you. Because so you wonder why. I mean, we are the same. I mean, we have the same qualifications. This one I actually have experienced firsthand. I know many women would say that, and we're not saying this to be salty to men. It's the truth of the matter. In most cases, well, there are places where they're good, but there are places whereby we hear. I mean, it's all over in the media. Actually, we hear actresses. I think I saw a post the other day of these famous basketballers. I will insert that research. So, when you look at that disparity, I was like the gap was big, and it's not only in Maju, even here. So, for that part only, I think that should be changed. As much as we're saying we are whole and our femininity and everything, and we should do our roles, also there is a place that the society needs to bring the playing field central. What do you think?
You see, that's why we were talking of equity, because equity is all about fairness.
Yeah,
being
fairness.
fair. Just being fair.
Yeah.
Hiyo kitu inaumanga, by the way. It's painful.
Aside, when someone was asking why is it that ladies are the ones that drink tea in meetings?
Or the other thing of tea,
Yeah.
it's a whole discussion actually we had also with my friend last week. What was your take on that?
I don't know. I think it's just societal expectations in upbringing. It has nothing to do with
the woman belongs to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Actually, funny you say that. Last weekend I was with my friend, and the same question came up. And you know what one of them said? They said, well, the answer to that one is no one is meant for anything. As I said, even when we were saying about muscles and everything, there are women with more muscles. I mean, you and Congestina, me, I mean, you can't, you know, and there are men who would also, like, she has more muscle than her. I mean, you know, so no one belongs to anywhere. Like, you can't say that it's about the personalities and the person that you are and what you're able to do.
Yeah.
Actually, my friend, what she answered, she said if she had, if there was a job interview and I applied to be a tea girl and the husband applied to be the tea girl, he would give the tea person. She would give the husband the job. You know, she knows me too well. Me and kitchen, please, we are not. I struggle. Yeah,
struggle.
Now there I have put my life out into the internet. But it's true, I struggle. Like, I will do it, but I don't easily occur there. Like you flow in the kitchen.
Yeah, for me I do.
But funny enough, she said like she will give the husband the job because she knows the husband is better than me, which makes sense. And maybe someone will be like, "Hi, but you are a woman. You should." Especially the way they say at your wife material. There's someone who asked, like, you know, for example, when you go to Shabu and you funga a lesson, when people start calling you wife material, you're like, so when I was not in the kitchen, I wasn't a wife material. How come when I'm in the boardroom, you're not calling me a wife material? But when I serve you tea in the boardroom, now I'm a wife material?
Yeah.
It's racist. What would you say about that, by the way? You feel bad?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So we're saying, these are some of the things that you're saying, that as much as we, to achieve this equality thing, there's something that the men and the women, yes, need to do, but also the society has a role to play.
Yeah, a big one.
You know, by these standards that are being set. So I want you to call me a wife material when I do a good presentation, when I do a good PowerPoint, and when I lead a meeting well, when I write my report properly.
When you do an excellent business plan.
Yes.
Right.
You don't call me a wife material when I serve you tea and water. I mean, that means you mean that's the only role that makes me
fit for a wife.
Yeah.
I think this is something that can be shaped at an early stage, because sometimes it's about how we were brought up. You find yourselves in a setup where you have male siblings, female siblings, and then the female siblings do all the donkey work, and the guys are told not to.
Donkey? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shots fired. But I am also triggered. Let's not go there.
And the guys are told not to even get to the door of the kitchen. You know. And they grow with that. They grow knowing that the woman's place is the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I should never step there.
Yeah. I think that, as you're saying, should be modeled from the word go. Because it's also hard for them. Sometimes I understand it's hard. Like now you're marrying, all of a sudden your wife tells you to come to the kitchen. You're like, but I'm a man. And you're rightfully so, you are a man and you've never seen, like in some cultures, it's almost a taboo for a man to be in the kitchen. So when your wife tells you you should help in the kitchen, it's like, but what do you mean? Then you start saying that your husband is this and this and this. And it's, as you're saying, it needs to be modeled from the beginning.
True, and I have seen a very good effect on it. And well, I don't want to brag, but I think my parents did an excellent job, because I grew up with my brother, and when we were growing up, we knew that chores are to be shared. So I wash the dishes, he rinses them. I clean the house, he cleans the kitchen. And today he doesn't struggle with chores. He's actually older than me. But when he comes to my house, he'll comfortably walk into the kitchen and ask me, how can I help you?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So a challenge to parents and parents to be on how we raise our kids, our boys and girls.
It's true.
Show them that they are equal even at that young age.
Feminism. Another big word. Disclaimer. I think this word, even from my own research, I think it doesn't have like a definite definition. It doesn't have a definite. I think it's one of those words that keep shifting. A disclaimer, I think for me, what I would, even the reason why we are talking about it, I would want to debunk the fact that people think feminism is negative. Feminism is for salty women who wants to be equal with men. No, it's not. It's not. And I think I had a conversation with someone and trying to tell them there's positive feminism. Like, what is that? Like, it's not possible. So, that said, I believe there's a time I wrote an article about how I'm a feminist. My friend, I was attacked. I think I can link. It's true. I can link that article here. I wrote it Kitambo, I think. Yeah, some years back. And the comments I think are still there, and others were in my inbox. Being attacked of how I could say I'm a feminist. I mean, but I took a step back. Actually, it's only today after those 3 years that I'm finding.
You're recovering.
I'm finding my voice. Honestly, I'm finding my voice again to talk about it, and because I was like, gosh. But anyway, so what would you say feminism is? It's finding equal opportunity for both men and women. That's the basic it. So when the reason why you think it's for salty women or women who want to fight, also is for aggressive women, as if women should not be aggressive. Again, it's story for another day. I mean, why is aggressiveness an example? Let's not go there. It's not for aggressive women. The reason why you would think that feminism is advanced maybe mostly by women, it's because the way society is set, not enough opportunities are put for women. You know, the way we were talking about the equity has not been achieved. There's a rift. So that's why you'll find the more vocal people who are feminists are women. But it doesn't mean they are salty. It doesn't mean they are fighting. Well, there are those who are fighting, admittedly. There are those who have gotten it totally wrong. They just want to finish men. They don't know when to do what. Actually, I had someone say that issue of the one that was on TV, on the social media, about Shafi and the comments he had made. A woman made a comment who was like, now 2 men down, a lot more to go.
Wow,
that's wrong. It's not war between men and women, you know. It's the issues. It's about society and structures, and it's not about us again. Even as we were born and we found this society, like it's what we can change is the structures and the operating ground. What I would say, not fighting each other, because it's not even as we found things happening. So you'd be surprised. Yeah, that's what feminism is. It's actually about equality.
Yeah, and I think when you look at the word itself, it so much appeals to women because of how society has been, where women are not accorded a fair ground. And when I look at feminism, I look at it from a point of fair ground, where an economist female is given an equal opportunity with an economist male. I mean, you are given a fair ground. It's about credit. I mean, as an economist, where I'm not looked at like this woman economist, but I'm looked at as an economist.
Not a female economist.
Yeah,
I mean, why wouldn't you say men? It is a male economist.
Sure, you are. Yeah, you look at me as an engineer, not a female engineer.
Oh, preach, sister.
As a pilot, not a female pilot.
Yeah.
You remind me of a few days ago when Suluhu was made the president of Tanzania, and there was a lot of backlash from men in her country. She had to say the person in front of you is a president who is female. Like, it's the 21st century and we're still like
Thinking that women are
is
less.
she going to lead us?
Yeah.
Is she able? How will she manage just because she's a woman? I mean, women have brains too that work very well, and I think in terms of intelligence, I think God hapo wenye alitupea kila mtu ana zake.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I think when it comes to professionalism, like Grace and Angie was saying, as long as you are able to carry out this duty and do it effectively, nobody should make you feel like you're a woman. You're going to struggle in this, and I'm a man. I was born for this, you know. As long as you have the intellectual capacity to carry out this duty, go ahead and do it. So feminism, I think Samia is a good breaking point for Tanzania, for the world, for Africa, because I think she'll do a good job as a president. Not because she's a woman, but because she can.
she has the capability.
Yeah, and even for men that lead, I don't think they do so because they are men. They just do.
There are men who are very mediocre.
Right.
Same way there are women who are mediocre.
Right.
Yeah, so
I think as much as we are talking of having men favored, I think as women have gotten to a point where we have some sense of entitlement, you know?
yes.
And you feel like, now because I'm a
Woman,
woman,
you
I
deserve.
should be treated specially, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm a woman, certain things should be accepted. I mean,
No. Again, if we are asking for equal grounds, I think women, you should just also wear your. Don't come with that woman. And someone said that, like, when you want to be treated equally, you say, I'm a woman. You bring the womanness. But there are times you want to take it away.
yeah.
Right.
Like, no, don't treat me as a woman. So we need to have the balance. Like, you choose. And as women, we need to know that, first of all, the world does not owe you anything.
Sure.
It does. Nobody owes you anything.
No one owes you anything, and you don't expect preferential treatment because you're a woman. In some cases, and then in others, you want to be treated equal.
True.
You want people to remember that you're a woman.
Yeah, when things get big.
Actually, you remind them.
But I'm a woman.
You remind them.
It shouldn't be like that. And I think, yeah, if we are saying let it not be mentioned, or let it not be the thing, let us not be referred as a female what and what. We also needs to know that it cuts through and through, and you stop being entitled.
Sure.
And I think this one boils down even in relationships. Women come into the relationship with lessness, from the word less. And I think this will usher us to the next thing I want us to talk about. But you think you are less. You come with some level of, there's some level of pride in humility.
Yeah.
There's some level of pride in humility. It's called what is it called? That pity party. You're pitying yourself. So you're pitying yourself so that people see that you are pitying yourself so that they pity you. It's pride, actually. Because the fact that you're doing that, you're being sort of focusing on yourself. It's pride. So don't think you can't. No, like, you are an unequal counterpart, even in a relationship. And I think even very early on, as girls, we do that. Like, you just maybe dating in campus or something, you expect now the man to play the roles of a man. With which money? You want
Who said the roles of a man are about money?
No, exactly, but that's what we do as women. Like like you want to be taken out. You are in first year. All the time you want the man to provide. Imagine a first year providing for you. You forget, and that's how we come into. I think. Do you agree?
First dated that guy graduate campus, and we agreed. You know what? We will not treat each other with our parents' money. So we go out. You pay your bill.
Yeah, I think it should be like that. But why is the guy's parents now paying for his lunch and your lunch? Because it's not his guy's money. So
no, it's not.
It's yeah. So we come in that relationship. I know there's that the whole thing of feeling nice and everything, but that's also let's focus. Let's be considerate.
Yeah, and human.
Let's be human and let's not.
I'm a woman.
Yeah, let's
I'm
not.
the woman in this relationship.
So what does it?
Well,
What is well?
Spoil me.
spoil me.
When your money cannot spoil.
No, you see, your money
Yours
is our
tastes
money, and my
better.
money. Anyway, no,
That's
But
a
your
joke.
money
Yeah,
tastes
that's
better.
And your money tastes better. Hey, okay. So I think my point is, okay, don't do
That
that.
was a joke.
Yes,
don't.
like especially if you're in campus, don't do that. Like that guy does not have money unless he has, and even if he has, also look for yours.
Right.
There's someone who said somewhere that if you are a lady and you're making your own money, you're not special. That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh yes,
True.
That's what grown-ups do. They make money and they look for you. They work. They get paid. They don't sit and wait for people to
bring the money.
people in terms of unless
Yes.
it's your father. Yeah, it's not. Even your father. At some point, you should be dependent. I think it's my point. I'm trying to make is don't sit around and expect things to be done to you because you're a woman. Really, it's not working, maybe. Or maybe you are in a season that you are not able to make money. That's very understandable because if you're up and down, maybe sometimes you don't have work you're looking for, but you're not using your womanness. It's such a word to be provided for. To exploit someone. It's wrong, you know. So I was saying that it's at some level of downness we come with it. We come with to the table already less. You come to the table already reduced. You've reduced yourself. Resolution. My tone down. What for? Just because you're a woman? It should be like that, right? Yeah, so leads us to the next thing. So what's the balance between you being a go-getter, you still making your own income for the benefit? Not, by the way, it's not for show off, but I also have money. Show your man or the person, maybe your partner. They also have money. It's not only you, so you can't tell me. I mean, money should not. Again, that's a very downward way of thinking that now because you have more money, now you have more say. Again, unless you are corrupt, you are the Kenyan government. I'm not even going to relate that. Because that's what they do. So
You will disappear.
It
We need to.
was a joke. Anyway, but the point is, if money makes you more loud, you got a problem. So where is the balance between? Again, we are told no. It's a good point to say that we are Christians, yeah. And so the views expressed here are purely biblical. And the beliefs that we have, you are allowed to have different views, but this is for us and what we want to share out there. So the issue of submission, especially now in marriage, how do you let the man lead? And what submission then?
So one of the things that informed my submission even before I started dating the person that I'm married to was, I don't know if it's something I read or heard, that don't marry someone that you can't submit to even when you're dating. Because when you're dating, it's the part where you know each other and you don't submit to someone blindly. You know their vision, their ideas, you know the faith that they subscribe to.
Yeah.
So when you're getting to know each other, you already know this person acts like this. So if their ideologies, their vision, their faith, their wholeness is not something you can submit to, let that person go. So for me, submission is just that being able to support those ideas to propel them forward. Yeah.
Wow. Support the ideas to propel them forward. Yes, madam.
Yeah, I totally agree with Miri, and as she pointed out, it's basically about embracing your partner's vision and figuring out what value you can add to it.
Oh.
And that rolls out the whole aspect of, how that assumption of submission is about saying yes, 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 yes. Actually, submission has a bigger portion of disagreeing respectfully. This is your idea, yes. But what do you think about this other side of it? Being able to look at things from different angles and embracing the angle that works better for you and that favors you more.
Yeah.
It's and understanding that you are partners. You are
Not
team
competitors.
players. You're not in opposite teams. No, you're not in rival teams. You are in one team. Whether you agree or disagree, it's for the benefit of the both of you.
Yeah.
And being the woman, it's men are good at having ideas, but propelling the ideas, as Mary said, it's not usually their thing so much. So being the woman in that marriage, I have a responsibility to pick my husband's vision and to and run with it, because I have realized that the one thing that men really want to feel in any relationship, whether marriage, whether dating, it's the support of the wife. Am I supporting him enough? And the kind of support I'm giving him, is it support that's beneficial to him?
It's just
too,
Ni sawa tu.
ni sawa tu.
I want to invest in Safaricom Sacco, sawa.
Sawa.
Yeah.
No.
It can be very frustrating, I think. Yeah. That's what I was telling you guys earlier. It's as much as I'm not.
We know. Noted.
You guys up for a game?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Would you rather? That's the game's name. Okay. So just 2 to each, and the rules is no matter how hard the question is, you have to choose.
Okay. Would you rather lose your sight or your ability to hear?
Hearing. I think because if I'm losing it now, I think I sort of have the sense of how things go. Like people can just say it to me, but if I'm not seeing, I'll miss a lot of things to see in the world. Okay. So if I am not hearing, I can learn sign language.
I think I'd rather lose my hearing ability too. Because I want to see. I love seeing new things. Yeah, I want to watch my kids grow up. I want to see where I am going so that I don't step on a ditch.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be able to drive myself around. I can drive without hearing, right?
Not on the road.
Really?
Those matatus, they're putting. I think it's better because we have not had them anyway.
You guys, when I stay without hearing music and
Yeah. Oh, okay. A peaceful one.
Right. Yeah.
You?
For me, hearing too. Yeah, I'd rather lose my sense of hearing because I want to see how the world looks. I want to see, how the world looks, how my kids look, you know. Yeah, I know that. How the food I cook looks.
Okay. Yeah. So next, for me is, would you rather be rich or beautiful? Also, I wanted you to know that I have been on a live studio.
Because we took you there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
Ama tuachane tu.
Hey.
Tulala kwa police station.
It will not be the first time, so yeah. So